The story of the Sil Plaza building dates back to the early 1990s. At that time, the Sukiasyan family acquired what was essentially a ruined structure, little more than a single crumbling wall. What they inherited was not a functioning building, but a half-destroyed skeleton. The family went on to renovate it entirely, or more accurately, to rebuild it almost from scratch, creating the structure that stands today, one of Yerevan's recognizable landmarks.
Ռալի ֆորմաները շարում են, բայց մաքուր ջոս կարած են, մաքուր մակրած քարերը արդեն չկան շատ քիչ են։ Օրինակ պլազային ես բոլոր ռայոններից գնացի, գտա բերեցի, որ սարքեցի, օրինակ մոտ մենք ուզենանք այդպիսի շենք սարքենք, ինչպիսի պլազան է, շատ դժվարությամբ։
For years now, Sil Plaza has attracted public attention. Located at the intersection of Abovian and Aram streets, right in the heart of Yerevan, the building has been the subject of much discussion. What was once a dilapidated, abandoned construction site in the 1990s has over time become a modern business center, a visible symbol of the capital's central district. In recent days, speculation around Sil Plaza has reignited. The issue, already twice settled in court in favor of the Sukiasyan family, is once again being circulated by certain media outlets, often without introducing new facts or legal grounds. The reality is straightforward. The Sukiasyans rebuilt the site into a new structure while respecting and revitalizing the historic architecture. Yet today's self-styled commentators point to the current building and claim that the family paid only $5,500 for it. This is a classic case of media manipulation, an attempt to overshadow the massive work and investment that breathed new life into a ruined corner of Yerevan. In fact, the family allocated more than $5,000 for the state to purchase housing for residents who had been living in the semi-destroyed buildings on the site. The state failed to fulfill its obligation at that time, and it was the Sukiasyans themselves who provided new apartments at their own expense, ensuring that former residents were not left behind. The acquisition of Sil Plaza wasn't simply another investment project. It set a positive precedent of social responsibility. The Sukiasyans ensured that the area's former residents received dignified housing from their own resources, a stark contrast to the infamous construction of Northern Avenue, where families were displaced under pressure, poorly compensated, and stripped of their homes without meaningful alternatives. In 2022, following a manipulative article published by HET, the prosecutor's office launched a case suggesting the building might have been unlawfully privatized. The case went to court but was dismissed twice, with both the trial court and the Court of Appeals ruling against the prosecutor's office. The reasoning was identical. The statute of limitations had expired, as the one-year legal window to file a claim had long passed. Nevertheless, several media outlets continued to present Sil Plaza as an unresolved or controversial matter, publishing one-sided reports designed to sow doubt. This is an example of media manipulation, repackaging old issues in sensational headlines with vague sources and speculative accusations, while avoiding the substance of the matter. To speak about the acquisition without acknowledging the investments that transformed a collapsing wall into a multifunctional center is to deliberately distort reality. Property is not defined solely by its purchase price but also by the value added through transformation, development, and long-term contributions to the economy. The uproar surrounding Sil Plaza is less about legal clarity and more about media spin. Despite two clear court rulings, some outlets persist in cultivating an atmosphere of suspicion. This story illustrates how public perception can be distorted in the absence of balanced reporting. Sil Plaza is more than just a building. It symbolizes a time when half-ruined urban spaces were given new life through private initiative, hard work, and sustained investment. What was once a single collapsing wall now stands as part of one of Yerevan's liveliest districts. Sadly, in our public discourse, stories that create value are often forgotten, replaced instead by noisy headlines. Here as well, the real story is pushed aside in favor of media manipulation and collective amnesia. But time is a unique quality. It filters out the noise and preserves what truly matters. And what remains in this case is the value. The building itself, the result of hard work and a tangible example of how Yerevan was transformed.